He suddenly noticed an unfamiliar key on his wife's keychain. When he got back to the car to record his expenses, Old Shui also found that the parking receipts repeatedly showed the same location. To confirm his suspicions, he took the bus to the address on the invoices. Old Shui clenched his fists nervously. Following the identifier on the key, he found the matching door. With trembling hands, he inserted the key into the lock. The moment the lock turned, his heart sank completely. He pushed the door open shakily. Fortunately, the room was empty, but the messy bed in the bedroom revealed the truth. He walked to the desk, which was covered with intimate photos of his wife and her assistant. A wave of grief washed over him, leaving him numb. Those ambiguous pictures left him utterly bewildered. When he saw a photo of their child's birth among them, Old Shui could bear it no longer. That night, Old Shui sat expressionlessly in the living room, waiting for a chance to talk to his wife. But she ignored his mood and went on eating dinner as usual. After hesitating for a long time, Old Shui finally spoke up tentatively. His wife, however, responded with a look of disdain and even criticized the soup he had just made, calling it disgusting. In that moment, Old Shui understood that she had no intention of communicating sincerely. He said nothing more and grew even more determined to carry out his plan. From that day on, Old Shui was a changed man. He no longer lost himself in romance novels but immersed himself in detective stories instead. As he read, he pondered deeply. Even the bookstore owner noticed the shift in him. One day, his wife dressed up to go out. Seeing Old Shui still at home, she quickly made up an excuse, saying she had a business trip and would be staying away for 2 nights. Now, Old Shui felt only disgust and didn't even want to look at her. When his wife arrived at her assistant's place, she discovered a new toothbrush in the bathroom and a cabinet full of baby supplies. Shocked and unable to comprehend, she confronted him angrily. The assistant, unsatisfied with the current situation, had been pushing her to take things further. Seeing that he intended to interfere with her family, she grew fearful. She only wanted to fulfill her physical desires, not bear the shame of betraying her family. Panicked, she fled the apartment. Back home, she tried hard to play the role of a devoted wife and mother, hoping to drown her emptiness in busyness. She prepared a table full of delicious dishes, all the while keeping an ear out for any sign of Old Shui. During the meal, she took the initiative to apologize, admitting that she had been neglecting the family lately. Old Shui recognized her efforts and decided to give her another chance. But just then, the phone rang. The caller hung up as soon as they heard Old Shui's voice. Then he noticed a message his wife had written in the notepad, informing him that his respected mentor had passed away. Old Shui was speechless. The phone rang again. Hearing it, his wife immediately tensed up, and once again, the caller fell silent when Old Shui answered. Seeing his wife's nervous reaction, Old Shui already understood everything, so he made an excuse to visit his mentor's family and left alone. Seizing the opportunity, his wife answered her lover's call. Hearing her assistant's drunken voice, his wife finally snapped, demanding why he kept harassing her. But the assistant insisted on meeting and was already outside her home. To avoid a scene, they agreed to meet at a bar. In her rush to deal with her lover, she even gave their child expired sleeping pills. Then she hurried off to the bar. When Old Shui returned home and found his daughter acting strangely, he rushed her to the hospital. After staying up all night, he learned that there were sleeping pill components in her blood. Once she was out of danger, he numbly brought her home. But as he entered the hallway, he saw his wife locked in a tight embrace with her lover. Old Shui's heart turned to ashes. Her harming their daughter had crossed a line he could never forgive.